Phoenix Splash TV. Hello and welcome. Oh what? You're already angry? You've already disliked this video? You're about to click another video on the sidebar? Well, see you later. For those of you with more than 1/4 of a brain and stayed, let's begin with today's topic. Does K-pop suck? Now, sucks is a strong word. It usually means something is bad. Some may argue that I shouldn't use the word because there's no way to say something undeniably sucks. But usually when someone says something sucks, that means that they don't like it. And yes, I could retitle this video, Why K-pop Sucks for Me, or I could have just taken out the word sucks to trigger less people. But let's be honest, if I didn't use that word, you probably would not have clicked this video. Now, this video will be divided into two sections. First, I'm going to list my reasons of why I don't like K-pop. Then I'm going to give it another chance and listen to 3 random K-pop songs and give my opinion on them, because that matters so much. Now, I've tried to like K-pop, I really have, but the more and more I listen to it, the more and more things begin to bug me. So let's start with the basics. Reason number 1, my main beef with most K-pop is that it just accompanies a dance. This means that the music is secondary and the dance is usually primary. Hey, much like American pop. Now obviously if you know me, you will know that I favor music composition rather than repeated rhythms that go on and on and on. It really makes me not like this style of music. Reason number 2, it tries to be too much like pop music in the US. The same motifs are used over and over, the same song styles. You can take everything I don't like about American pop and pretty much apply it to K-pop. Now, I don't really like J-pop at all, but at least it tries to be different. K-pop is what the pop music industry would look like if we clone One Direction over and over. Rehashing melodies, rehashing beats, and I don't give a shit if everyone does it. If someone takes a chord progression and a melody on purpose, then they're a shitty composer. End of story. If you can't write original music, then hire someone more talented than you to do it. Or just sample music like Will Smith does. I'm really sick and tired of hearing the argument, well Josh, everyone does this rhythm, so that's why this song has it. Well, that's the fucking problem. It all goes back to that phrase, if you heard one K-pop song, then you've heard them all. And I'd even go as far as to say, if you heard one American pop song, then you've heard pretty much the majority of Korean songs. And since you don't give a shit about crappy lyrics, reason number 3, Psy. Now, believe it or not, I do not hate Psy, but I do have mixed feelings about him. The reason he's on my list is because he is responsible for many of the motifs and song structures that are overused today. After Gangnam Style took the world by storm, a lot of pop composers from all over the world copied his formula in hopes it would magically get them as popular. And this wasn't just in K-pop, you can hear his influence throughout American pop too. I personally do not like his music, but I cannot say that Psy is a bad composer. Honestly, if his stuff wasn't so overused, I might feel different about his music. And come to think of it, if people are using your motifs and your song structures, I think that would actually make you a great composer. But unfortunately, people are overusing his song structure all over K-pop and American pop. So that's why more of his song style is on my list. And I see I've already lost a lot of you. Some of you are writing comments and pretending to have watched the entire video. Well, at least you had more than 1/4 of a brain. For those of you who have more than 3/4 of a brain, let's take a look at my second chance at K-pop. So I found this guy, his name is Woozy, and he's supposedly credited with composing a lot of K-pop songs for the group 17. So I checked out a song called Don't Wanna Cry. So the K-pop group is credited to writing their own music rather than letting the producers write their own music. And oh boy, I really did not want to cry when I heard this song. According to the YouTube comments, they're being accused of plagiarism. But more on that later. So I'm going to actually talk about the song itself. I really wanted to like it, but there was one thing that kept me from liking it. How many songs do you hear do this? The answer, too many, and it's all over the damn song. For those of you who might be confused of what I mean by motif, this is what I mean, a small musical idea that is repeated in many songs. Good composers make their own motifs and use them only themselves. But we've come across this trend where there's a popular song that comes out and it's really original, and then a bunch of other composers take motifs from that song and put it in their own to try to make it sound like that popular song. And after reading more of the comments, there seems to be a war on the fact that they plagiarized. Usually when I find plagiarism in J-rock or any other form of music, it's usually just me and a few other people that notice it. But this is something I've never seen listeners do, so it must be pretty bad plagiarism. You got people bringing up court cases and all that, but court cases are not. If a song takes a chord progression and a melody on purpose, then it probably sucks because it can't even be its own thing. I'm not going to do research on what this song plagiarized because I just don't care. First impression, 0 out of 5. This is a bad start. Let's hope the next one works out.
Hey ladies, hey babies, hey everybody.
G-Dragon, I Am a Good Boy. Wow, now this song really impressed me. You know, one of those videos that teach you how to write a shitty pop song? Well, G-Dragon seems to have seen a bunch of those videos and wrote a song right afterward. The stupid repetitive riff and an annoying instrument. Yeah, that definitely sounds like the shit I hear in America. This is a letdown too because people have told me that I would actually like G-Dragon, but this is the worst K-pop song that I have ever listened to. It's annoying, it's repetitive, and it just tries to be sexy rather than trying to, you know, be a song. This is a perfect example of music being accompaniment to an image, the image being a sexy man. If you're a female and you watch the video, you'll probably grow moist. Now keep in mind, I'm not saying G-Dragon sucks. I'm just saying that this song is so repetitive and so bullshit that it's just an embarrassment to music. And you've disliked the video. Okay, so the guys let me down. Let's see how the K-pop women do. And holy shit, guitars, drums, actual instruments, actual chord progressions, actual music? That's right, it took some damn time, but I finally found a good K-pop song. Now you might argue that this is more of a reggae song, and you're right. If K-pop is a song genre, then this would fit reggae more. But it came up when I was searching K-pop, so I will count it. In the music video, they were playing instruments, so I looked up a live performance to see if they actually play the instruments. And again, I was impressed. They actually played the instruments live. They had a backing track, but they were playing over it. And the drummer rapped while playing a reggae beat, which is pretty cool. This first impression, I give a 4 out of 5. Not only was this better composed than all of the previous songs combined, but it was more unique, and it was even more catchy, which proves that a unique and original song with its own musical ideas will always be remembered more than songs that take motifs from popular songs. Blackpink Boombayah. Now first off, I had so much confusion on what this song was called. I thought it was called Blackpink because they kept saying it throughout the song, but it's actually called Boombayah, which is something they also said in the song. But for the most part, I found this song pretty damn annoying. Like my other complaints, it uses a lot of motifs that you would find in American pop. It even has that extremely overused, overhyped triplet part that you would find in pretty much every song.
달려봐 달려봐 오빠야 램보 오늘은 너와 나 젊음을 gamble 감이나 막지마 혹시 like you see me in a bike they talk hella shit but don't say it in person won't catch me off guard I know I might just feelin' some babe I might just chill with your boo I might just spill on your babe my
rockin' our ball, baby. I'm looking for someone to call, baby. But right now I gotta wanna act like they in Paul.
Boombayah
지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까? 오빤 강남 스타일. I'm sexy and I know it.
But I would be lying if I said I hated everything about this song. There are a few very minor good parts, like this one. I also looked up the lyrics too, and they were actually pretty damn terrible. It's about a girl who's full of herself. Who does Blackpink think they are, Bret Hart? After listening to this song, I had a pretty bad headache, which can't be good. It was still an improvement over the first two, so I give it a 1 out of 5 stars. The composition was just rehashing motifs that I heard in other songs. So what do I think about K-pop after listening to those 4 songs? Well, I learned that in a sea of terribleness, there was finally one song that I listened to that I actually liked. There do exist K-pop acts that go against the reasons of why I hate K-pop, and that's a good thing. According to the K-pop definition, it says that implements of jazz and reggae and even classical are found in K-pop. I found reggae. Maybe the other genres are out there too. With that said though, I think that most K-pop out there is probably not going to be to my liking. With the rehash and overused motifs and pop stars trying desperately to be sexy, most of it is going to just turn me off. But hey, thanks for watching, and if you're a fan of K-pop, chances are you wanted to see my whole attitude on the genre change. But hey, me explaining why I don't like it is a lot better than me just saying meh. Don't you just hate when you get excited for something and then you show it to someone and then they just say meh? And then that's it. It's a cop-out. And I'm looking at you, man, who made the other video called Kpop Sucks. And again, thanks for watching. If you made it this far, then you have a full brain, or you just fell asleep. If you know another K-pop group that I might like, then go ahead and leave it in the comments below. I'm still open to liking K-pop. Anyways guys, from the bottom of my heart, thanks for watching, and this is Josh the Music Man, signing off.